Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy 215 Pretty Boy back again. Coming with you with another video to the Eagles win at home versus the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, we got the W. Of course, a lot of people will sit here and say like, hey, man, you only won by 1 point, you won by 2, you won by a field goal. I don't give a fuck if we won stepping on somebody's balls or kicking somebody in the neck. We got the W. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, a little recap of, what I saw in the game. I saw a lot of, we gave up, how much was it? We gave up 11 penalties for 58 yards. Like, the penalties, like they said in the press conference between Andy and Vic, that the penalties got to stop. Of course, he admit that he got a big. I'm just talking about. Vic said he got to be better with his decision making when it comes to being in the pocket for a long period of time, because it's not too healthy for him to stay in the pocket for more than 3 to 4 seconds and without something happening to him, whether it's him getting hit real hard or possibly somebody just ripping him apart by sitting in that pocket. So I and other fans will wish that he had to make a better decision of making decisions such as either throwing the ball away, whatever. Just as long as you don't get the sack. I mean, anything's better than a sack, nowadays in the football league, because everything is fast, according in the NFL. Two, the thing I took into the game though, it was a lot of shoving, a lot of pushing, shoving, hitting, swinging. Like I said in my last video. It was a lot of, it was interesting, you could tell the guys, they weren't really liking, some of the plays, some of the plays, especially most of the fight, little scuffles was on, pass plays and penalty plays, people weren't really feeling them. So, of course, the crowd was intense, they leading the Eagles on, and then I know the frustration in the Eagles, such as the players, they had to show their aggression, too, to most of Ravens. So that was good for football, a little aggression, a little swinging, and you know what I'm saying? Two, I saw Selleck did your thing. You did a lot of, especially the joint when he hopped over Reed. I could have sworn, I'm thinking Reed gonna catch him, by just hitting about a tip of the leg where he flopped, but he didn't. No, he really did a hop, jump, skip, bunny, rap. He jumped like a damn rabbit over this little nigga. Brett fell like, what, 6'1", 6'2", and just jumped over this nigga, He jumped at least 6, 7 feet in the air, just above out of that man's head. That was something good to see. What else? Jackson, he made a couple good plays. Well, I didn't really see him as much in the plays. He made a couple good plays, made for a couple good first downs. Macklin, he did a good job before he got hurt, made a couple plays, including one for a touchdown. Jamaris Johnson, he was there, as far as our clutch player, when, we didn't have Riley Cooper or any other person there to hold him in. Then we also, let me name one more thing off the offense. Okay, the new center, he was able to make some moves, hopefully, Kelsey gets a little bit better, it was terrible to see how he got hit in the knee. That was terrible. I don't wish that on anybody in the sport of the NFL. That was terrible. But I hope he gets well. But the center, he stepped it up, as far as a little protection was able to, be fulfilled in the gap where, where Mike was protected pretty well at some point in the game. Now, on to defense. I would like to give a shout out tremendously to the defense. We did our best to try to keep it up. Because we know Ray Rice is a pretty intense running through the hole type dude. He kind of reminds me of Marshawn Lynch. He's a very electrifying player when it comes to the running game. He don't like to give up on a play, and he always carries for good numbers. If he can't get for the 7 yard, run for 7, he run it for 10 plus more yards. But he's a very electrifying player, so, even still, they really say, I'm just saying, after Ravens, the Ravens gave us a good run for our money as well, so I can't take nothing from the Ravens. The defense was intense, and sometimes on offense it was intense too, but what else can I say? So, back to what I was saying, The defense was trying a little bit to capitalize on the defense, as far as the run and everything like that, because that's what we thought. We first everybody know that it was the slot that we worry about much more, but it was more so the run in this game because they like to run. The Ravens like to run it up your neck. Especially because they got an electrifying running back like Ray Rice. So it was nice. It was something nice to see how we was able to shut it down. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans, Kendricks. It was something. I like the way y'all played the coverage. And one thing I'm really starting to get a little frustrated is that we signed a $60 million guy, and it seems like he keeps getting burnt every freaking time. Like come on, Nabi, you know your game. You know what you have to do. Even I know I used to think back then, like if he played press, you take him off of playing 10 yards out, he could be a better handler. But it seems like now that when he's playing press, he gets burnt. People running right past this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So that, I feel as though something that got to get fixed, Like, I just really think that he needs to really step his game up, He needs to really step it up. Especially, man, you got a reputation for playing press coverage over there in Oakland before you came to us. You had a very stimulus reputation, whereas though you was a shutdown corner no matter what. And in this case, we got two shutdown corners, one of the best. DRC, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, he can shut niggas down. It don't matter who he's on. And who else I want to point out to? Earl Boykins, if I'm saying his name right, Boykins. Electrifying. He was able to save us a couple pass plays. He was able to knock them away. Allen, as he did the same. Jason Badminton and Cole, they kept the pressure up on them. And Derek Landry, they kept the pressure up just to make sure up on Flacco, just to get him a little shook, a little fierce, where he's not able to concentrate on getting that ball off the right way. So that was something good to see. And what else can I think of? And another thing that I'm really getting frustrated with, besides all this, I really think Roger Goodell need to get rid of these damn 8th grade, 5th grade referees that can't coach worth a damn. All they do, every call they doing, they always taking in this game. They always had to take an extra 5 minutes to sit there and say, did I make the call? Did I make sure to mark him here? Did I put the right timing on the clock? Did I do this? Roger Goodell, if you're seeing this, buddy, if you're watching this, get these damn niggas up out of here. Get these 8th grade, 5th grade motherfuckers out here. I ain't gonna say these college material because college referees don't even make them kind of goddamn calls. These motherfuckers act like they ain't know what they was doing. They barely look like they was even. They don't know if they was calling roughing a passer. They don't know if they was calling holding. They just didn't know. They had to go to 3 niggas to freaking try to get to see if they made the right damn decision on the call. Come on. That's not good for football, especially with us, man. I can't take it. Even bad though we do be getting, even now it's not fair that we not getting as many roughing the passes that are on Dick, because nobody seems to call roughing the pass on Dick, but as soon as we hit a nigga, there's a freaking situation problem here. But what can I say, man? I'm just a damn speaker, you know what I mean? I'm a fan and a speaker that can sit here all day, man, and whine about things, you know what I mean? But we'll see what changes in whatever game. But all in all, man, I'm not going to drag this video out too much, man. It was a very good game, and as you can see, we got, as I'm looking at the calendar right now here on the refrigerator at work, we got the Cardinals at 4:05, and we play them at their house. Saying that Kevin Cobb, man, he was able to do some fine, slick stuff. I forget who they played today, but he was able to capitalize on some stuff, you know what I mean? He showed off a good game. I think they won, too. But who's to say that we don't bust them in their house, too? You know what I mean? We already did Cleveland. And Cobb, I'm sure that he knows our offense because he's been here for 3 to 4 years before he left. And he probably knows our defense, too. So he'd probably be able to pick something out of it, try to scramble around it, man. Who knows? But bottom line, I hope they put the pressure on this nigga and make him stiff and smack the hell on up out of here, you know what I'm saying? But that's it. But let's just pray for the best for next week. But I ain't gonna drag this video out too much longer, y'all. This is your boy 215 Pretty Boy, man, making a part 2 to my Eagles versus Ravens get defeated in our homeland. So on to the Cardinals. Later, y'all. It's your boy 215 Pretty Boy checking the heck up out of here. Later.